And welcome to another part of Green&Blue Productions New Year's special backstory. And I'm Mitch9, and yeah, this part I'm going to go from. Last part I did the early, I did the basic creation of the creation story of mine of myself and Green and Blue as a whole, and my and Notice Steam Mission. Now today we're going to go more middle line to my early walkthroughs, which are basically the predecessors to what I'm doing right now. Which when I'm done with this, I'm going to probably record more Borderlands. If of course XCOM doesn't come out today, which I'm recording it's on the 30th, which I don't believe it came out today. So anyway. So, yeah, my early walkthrough, my earliest one, my first attempt, my first time I created anything that was tutorial-like, which was how to land on a Titan in Battlefield 2142. And basically, I tried to land on a Titan with a European Union VTOL aircraft, which is challenging but not impossible as I've done it. And I might remake that just for fun, because it's seriously challenging but not seriously hard, but it's fun, which is interesting. And yeah, it turned out pretty well actually. I probably do have it on my old XP. It's now at my parents' house. So yeah, I might upload it anyway, like that, but I don't think so. Because he would definitely not be using Fraps. Be using some free old program, probably like Cam Studio, or not before Cam Studio. But anyway, oh yeah, then after that, which was the Midline series, and something I actually uploaded, which was Green&Blue Walkthrough Episode 1 More Bypass Back Company 2 Zero Dark 30, in which you can check out by going to my old channel, which I might want to put in with the friends of GNB just for fun, as why not, and I actually subscribe to them, as, again, why not. I can actually have them subscribe to me, again, as why not. But that'll be kind of going out of control. So, yeah, basically in that, I show you how to get around the mortars without having to follow Sarge at all. Basically, you go up the stairs in the Zero Dark 30 when you're going into when the mortars start falling after the cutscene. You go back up the stairs, jump off to the left. You jump off onto the little cliff on the right, where the houses are, and then you can pull around there because you're completely safe. And that actually turned out great. Although, but the little bit backstory about that thing, that's actually what I did was that was not live commentary, even though it's hard to tell because I'm just that good at how do you say acting, I guess. I guess acting is a good term for that. Okay, that's actually my third attempt at recording that. The first two were like, and I got a fourth one which I really liked, but it didn't get into the uploaded video for whatever reason, which I found weird. Since that was, in 2010 maybe, 2009, or nah, it can't be earlier than that. Yeah, it can't be earlier than that. That can be one. I mean, no, two. Yeah, two. So yeah, it was earlier than that. So uh, yeah, which it came out. I mean, I actually did go back and watch it like 2 times, and you can still watch it. I mean, it's not any worse than Halo Wars. Maybe a little bit better because the sound levels are. Well, basically, the funny thing is that it has a rotating error or moving error. Basically, on my old XP or with any computer installed with, it can either have one or two problems. One has what the Dazzle has in my videos, which has the little thing on the top and doesn't disturb anything. Two, Basically, it doesn't have that, but the audio is completely messed up and unusable as it's muted, except because in a very low tone, which you can hear very slightly more at the end of that video. So basically, I couldn't use any game audio at all, which would make making Let's Play playthroughs kind of difficult, if not impossible. But luckily, since it has a rotating arrow for some reason, the Navigal, the DVC 100, I should say, because they definitely have more upgraded versions that probably don't have that problem or have a different problem. Basically, when I use it on my laptop, my Windows 7 laptop, it has the, like I said, it has the little thing on the top, and that's about it, which can easily be removed if I have a little bar on the top. I'm too lazy to put that in, so yeah, I just like that. I mean, I could change that anytime I want, but I'm just too lazy. So yeah, 8 minutes to go. And there's one other LP. I had it done, but I couldn't upload it because because my old XP was exploding. Literally. The graphics chip was falling. It was basically at 40% strength, which means for a graphical chip that's impossible, but it did it anyway. Basically, graphical chips, when they break, they either fully break or they don't break at all. But for some reason, my chip broke down to 40%. So you could still go on internet, you could still look at Windows, but you can't play games. If you play an old 2D sprite game, let's say Red Alert 2, I actually did that, basically it makes a checkerboard pattern for like the top 80%, 85%, 87% of the screen, being the ratio more or less exact in my head, 87% of the screen, 0.6, or not. And we're making playing it impossible. But I believe for Internet Explorer it worked pretty well. I mean, it didn't. If something weird was about it, but I didn't. I could surf the internet, which is why I have this computer, and also which is why I have an Xbox. Because if my computer never exploded and if games never upgraded, then I would never get an Xbox. The reason why I got an Xbox is because an Xbox at $150, $159, an old Pro, the last generation Pro, when it came, down in price, it's dirt cheap compared to a $1,200 computer. And basically, I got this computer like 2 years, I got it like 2 years ago. A year after I got my Xbox, basically. So, yeah, for those of you who say that I'm an Xbox gamer, I never was. I mean, I could either be a Nintendo or PC gamer, you gotta just pick. But I lean more heavily towards PC, but I always go back to Nintendo, which you can change with the Wii U since all 30-part, because basically all third-party developers are going to be developing for Wii U, and all the games I care about are going to have ports on the Wii U anyway. I know FF3, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty games, not care about, but I as well add that. Mass Effect, FF3, I already said that, but I said it anyway. Yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, and they're probably going to, and even more third-party developers are probably going to jump on more as the Wii U grows up and Xbox dies slowly. I mean, it's been dying slowly since basically Kinect. Because since Xbox can't figure out motion control, well, the Wii did eventually. When they got the Wii Motion Plus, it figured it out perfectly. But anyway, let's get off that. And that's the reason why I got an Xbox. And oh yeah, and for some reason that didn't allow me to upload to YouTube. So that got destroyed in the grand of time. You know what? The episode 2 of Green&Blue walkthrough was Cold War Vehicles, in which I got the Vauden, and the T-90 tank in Battlefield Company's first actual mission, Cold War. Basically, what you do is you don't destroy the vehicles for one, and basically you go to the area after the vehicles are in, then you can come back for the VOD, and the guys aren't there anymore, and you can have fun with the vehicle. But with the T-90, it's a little bit harder. Basically, you mark it with the laser detonators and run all the way back down to the harbor, and make sure you're facing into the lake as much as possible. You're facing to the start of the mission as much as possible, and crouching helps, but you know it gets up there. I mean, it just means careful, and then you hear the explosion. You got I forgot his name, the shotgunner, the support guy, not support guy, the engineer. What's his name? Forgot. That's him. You be like, here, oh here, you called him explosion, yeah. And then you can come back and use the tank to finish the areas up to where you have to get in the truck, which is pretty awesome. And go try it. When Back Up Next 3 does come out, I will go back and play those, and so I can show you that. Yeah. And now let's get on to some light times and some dark times immediately after. So yeah, Battlefield 3. It was originally meant to be a live commentary, but my inexperience with Audacity and mics in general, PC mics in general, because I never ever used one, led to a very bad problem, and that problem was the mic was tuned up too loud, so it heard every background noise. It heard the screen because I was using speakers, because it was. I don't think I had a turtle breeches back then, so it'd been impossible for me to put the headset above my ears, and I haven't thought about using the headset that comes on the mic through the dazzle to hear the sound. So, which I figured out like halfway through Halo Wars. Nah, not halfway through Halo Wars, like 30% through Halo Wars. So basically, the audio was completely messed up, completely unusable. I mean, I could have used it if I would been fine with a low quality, but since I recorded it the day the game came out, full on the day it came out. I didn't record it like I record now, which is like I record an hour to 6 hours a day. When a new game comes out, I recorded it all in one day. Which was basically my learning experience of how the dazzle worked, and as you can see in the session break off, I didn't realize that the dazzle has a timer on it to let me know when I am going to run out of time. So basically, call itself randomly, then I have to jump back to where I was if I was in the place to warrant me going back with ending going back to checkpoint. So yeah, that's what happened to the audio in Battlefield 3, and basically what the LP is basically the raw dazzle footage with its VOD files, basically strictly uploaded to YouTube. And basically, I was timid about uploading to YouTube. I didn't upload that till like a week and a half after the game came out. So yeah, and I'm going to just continue on. So that was unfortunate. Which then after I figured out that I really wanted to upload to YouTube and start the channel off, which apparently didn't happen. Spoiler alert. But yeah. So I found out about the audio thing, and it was sad. Then it decided I uploaded it anyway, which I did. I uploaded it anyway. Which, if you never played Battlefield 3 before, or if you don't like commentary, you go watch it. But if you like commentary, like my style of commentary, then it's sad. But yeah, if Battlefield 4 is truly Battlefield 4, I will go back and replay Battlefield 3. commentary. So yeah. Yeah, which in my book sense, I think EA slipping by or DICE is slipping by EA, whatever happens first. You know, EA likes to do that with PlayStation. PlayStation really, because as with Battlefield 3, they promised this with PlayStation that they broke off because they just don't like PlayStation for whatever reason, and I can't blame them. Why would they? Why do like PlayStation is so gullible with the exclusives? I don't understand. But yeah. Anyway, so I think it's going to be back on the 3 anyway. But yeah. I'll get onto the LP. I get into my other I get onto my LPs I wanted to do in between Battlefield 3 and the Halo Marathon, but I'll get that into the next part. So thanks for watching. Please do comment and like video, just like video, helps everyone searching for videos, and I guess see you next.